Hello, welcome everyone. In this video, let's see how to get APIs or applications on MuleSoft from Workato. So you would need to figure out a way how you can extract the code from Workato, and it will be a JSON file. I'm sure you'll get help on that online internet. You can even ask AI on that. Once you get such a file, it will be in a JSON file. So what I have done is I have my AnyPoint code builder, which is on top of VS Code. So I have come here and open the MuleSoft Dev Agent. Make sure you have this setup ready. To enable this MuleSoft Dev Agent or MuleSoft Vibe, you would need to do few configurational details. You would need to first be a licensed user of MuleSoft product, and also you would need to have a Salesforce org which has Einstein setup, and link that org, Salesforce org, to your MuleSoft account, and then you enable the Einstein AI generative features to a username, and with that username, if you log in into AnyPoint code builder, then you will be able to see your name at the bottom right corner here. And once you see that, you will see this little icon here, MuleSoft Dev Agent. So with this, we will be getting the AI features. So once you have that JSON file, just come over here. This is just, I've recently done it. So I'll click on see more, not this. Yeah, so here if I go on top of this chatbot here, I wanted to show you this. So this is my prompt here. Ignore the top green part. So if you see here, thank you, can you actually create a new project converting the existing Workato code to MuleSoft implementation, please. And then I pasted my entire JSON file here. If you see, this entire file is the code of Workato implementation. And once I have done that and click on enter, the MuleSoft has scanned all of this code and then converted into a MuleSoft API in few minutes. And here is the MuleSoft implementation. If you see, SF reports email to GCS, so it's Google Cloud storage. So here we have this connector. To see this more clearly, once it has been developed, there are few dependencies missing, like Google Cloud. Since we don't have such a connector in MuleSoft Google's cloud storage, we can replace that with the FTP SFTP connectors, but it has created basically. And I opened the same project in AnyPoint Studio. So this is how it looks. We have the email polling flow. So email polling scheduler is not working here. For that, let me search email, and then it's a polling, right? So scheduler, for that I can use so this on your email will act like a polling service here for on scheduler. So I'll establish a connection here. It could be any of these, and then the folder will be inbox, and do the basic configuration. And I can delete this for now. and then here is the logger, and here is what this get LQ digital folder emails. So for that I can get user email here, and or look for a folder. So there is a operation here, splunge folder, so I can select this and put it here just as a replacement, and here I can point out to that specific folder I want. Basically it created the entire flow. If you see, well described. At least this act like a template so that the Workato code can be easily implemented into MuleSoft using AI. So here is the choice router, everything is implemented fine. Error handling is also implemented. This MuleSoft Dev Agent or the MuleSoft vibe is lit. This is a class service, and it has done everything for me. Even it has created the configuration.properties. If you see, all the configuration is here. So this has actually created pretty nice well structured application. You will see the Workato flows from top to bottom like a waterfall model, but here in MuleSoft the flow starts from left to right, and particularly in Studio, right? So make sure most of the components here are already there, replaced with the components exactly that I've used in the Workato. I don't have a Workato instance to show you, but I have the JSON file. That's why we are able to show you. So look at these details here in the logger. Starting email polling for SF reports. So this logger was actually a logger in the Workato as well. So most of the components are clearly converted into MuleSoft flow, so you can rest on that. Even the naming conventions, look, if you look at this starting polling logger, AI has done its magic here purely. You can see there is a try block and how many times it has to try, right? And also error handling. If you look at details, everything is as per the best practices and naming conventions, so you can rely on this. And this is the manual trigger listener configuration with the exact path that has been in the Workato. And I have opened this in the Studio, but if you open this in the Anypoint Code Builder, that will be again in the waterfall model, like from top to down. Maybe it's closely related to what you see in the Workato, right? So depends on your preference. You can either open Salesforce, sorry, you can open in the Visual Studio Code, Anypoint Code Builder, or Studio. I have showed you in Studio only because to make you feel that familiarity. If you are a classic traditional MuleSoft developer, you will feel more confident and feel more control over your code if you open in the Anypoint Studio. That's the whole purpose I'm showing in this way, just to get that clear picture. If you see end to end, there are few grayed out icons because these are the dependencies. We don't have Google Cloud Connector which supports for Mule 4. That's why these are here. So if you see, this is a SMTP configuration, so make sure you put SMTP here. If it's not there, go to Exchange and then type SMTP, and the connector will pop up. Email connector, we would like to use email. Yeah, we already have email here, so yeah, choose one of the appropriate one, like send error notification. So it will be just send email, right? So it will be the send one here, replace it. And yeah, this you can copy and then go to the configuration.xml, and then at the end we find the error, right? So the email and to address, it's all there here. So according to the above, we might need to change and alter. So the doc name, let's copy this error notification here, doc name, doc id, and to address. And so here the value will be to address this one here, copy and paste it, and then the context will be payload. So I'll copy this, go back to the flow. Oops, I think I have not done it right. Let me do undo, then save and come back here. Let's just do it again. So I'll just put the send here. In the connection configuration, we might need to create a connection config. There are many here, so SMTP config is the one that is here referring to, right? So exactly that I've put here, and the value will be this. So you have to be little careful on looking at where exactly you're configuring what. And the from address is the error recipient, and the to address, this is the to address, there is no from address, so we can leave it blank there. So I'll just undo the part here, and then to address will be here, and it's gone. Now the body, that will be the payload, right? So if any of the grayed out icons are there, they are the dependency ones, so you might need to spend some time there to replace the connector, but you have this AI has already finished the heavy lifting, so that's the good part, right? Attachments as payload, the context is payload, and subject is this notification error dot subject, and subject is here, right? And then subject is here and context is there, so I'm gonna delete this and replace it. So in this way you can make sure those missing connectors can be replaced. If you are new to MuleSoft, this is the easier way to implement a Workato flow onto the Mule. So once you have it here, save it, and if you right click and then run the project, it will run and deploy the project on your local instance. I have not fixed the errors completely. If you see, there are other gray icons. This will take some time for you to fix all those errors. If there is an unknown grayed out configuration, click on that and see it's an email, so pull and put the email here, expunge folder, so expunge is here, expunge folder, so replace that with this. In this way you can easily identify what are those grayed out configurations are, and then just replace them with the existing ones from the palette. So you can see there is also global configuration.xml, which is clearly defined here. If you go, these are all the connection configurations listed in one place. So this has done pretty good job. So MuleSoft Dev Agent is solid. By this we can understand. So I hope this video is helpful. Make sure you comment and like this video if it is helpful for you, and thank you.